Welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. Marriage advice. I'm Ricky Jones Jr.
Crystal Jones.
And this one happens to be like in tandem. So we have like marriage advice, and we're finally doing the how do we get into this home video. And it's kind of cool because we can tie it into the marriage advice segment with the idea of going with the flow. Okay, in a marriage, you have to learn how to go with the flow. Yes, and the flow is just like that. It's gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like do the flow. Yeah, not that. Okay, and so what do I mean? All right, let's just give you the scenario of how we got here into this home. So we started off in Atlanta, Georgia. We were married in Vegas, but we lived in Atlanta at the time. And we moved to Florida, right? So then when we came to Florida, we said we were going to live with her parents with the idea that we were going to learn the lay of the land, what we love, like, and we want to get a feel for where we wanted to live. So we ended up staying with her parents for a year, and then we found a townhome, which we loved. It was in Wesley Chapel, if you know Tampa. It was in Wesley Chapel. We loved it. Brand new townhome. Beautiful community, all that good stuff, and we loved it.
Well, before that, we found another townhome, and then I found out I was pregnant, so we realized that townhome was not going to work out. That.
Yeah, we found one, got pregnant, then it was going to work out, then we found another one. And then when we went to go close, we found out it was going to be so much more than what we were told initially. So that was a $2,500 deposit gone in the first townhome. Another $2,500 deposit gone with the second townhome. So, husbands, fellas, that's two scenarios where I personally had to go with the flow. And
wives, I personally had to go with the flow.
All that to say, I be looking at the money. And when $2,500 just go down the drain.
Twice, it hurts. I talked to my daddy about it. I was like, Dad, this hurts. He was like, it's not about the money. I was like, then what is it about? This hurts.
Right. But you had to go with the flow. Like, there was times where I wanted to get mad with the realtor at the townhome location, but I realized it wasn't his fault. It wasn't their fault. It was company policy that they can't give us back our money and yada, 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 yada. But anyway, had to go with the flow. So we found the townhome in Wesley Chapel. And it was good. Like, it was great for the first 3 or 4 months, and then we realized how far the drive was. It was probably about 40 to 45 minutes on a busy day, traffic day, from work to home, and that was like before we had the kids. Then we started having rain. Well, we had rain there, and it was just we had rain before we moved.
Yeah, she was 3 months old when we moved in.
Yeah, and so it was just like, it was nonstop. And then Crystal would start telling me, babe, I don't like the townhome. And I was like, oh snap. I know what this means. We're going to have to start moving. But tell them why you didn't like the townhome.
It was loud. It was loud in our home. I sleep really light, and so I could hear the people next door, their music and their movies that they were watching. Like, it was loud.
Yeah, and it really wasn't a problem with me because I know how to go with the flow. But yet my wife was like, no, I need to go. And I was like, okay. All right, so let's revisit this. So we looked at it, we was like, we'll sell the townhome, and then we're moving to an apartment for a year, and then we'll find a home so that you can have a detached scenario where you don't have loud neighbors and you don't have to worry about loud movies and people, kids, and all that good stuff running up and down steps. So, as a husband, you try to do the right thing to make sure your wife is happy, make sure your family is happy, make sure everything's happy. You know what I'm saying? Go with the flow. So we found an apartment closer to work in Citrus Park, Florida. And it was probably 15, 20 minutes from work?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes from work. And so it was great commute, all that good stuff. Great apartment. It was a brand new apartment. So that was very good. And we had a nice pool. We had pool parties and all that good stuff. We actually have a video. I'm gonna go ahead, you'll see that pop up. We had a pool party and rain and them. They had fun. Like, it was great times. And then it came time to find the home. Like, we got to the end of the stretch when we had to move out of the apartment. And we were like looking for homes. We had been looking for homes. We were looking for homes. We saw some we liked. And it seemed like what was happening that we weren't getting these homes.
Like, they would get sold before we got a chance to really go look at them and stuff like that. Like, or we'll see them and it just wouldn't be what we thought it was. The pictures wasn't the same as when you go in person to look at it. So,
and another scenario of going with the flow, especially when looking at homes. Like she said, we saw pictures. We were so excited. We went to go look at the home. We liked it, and then like a day later, we find out it's under contract. Like, wait, what? Or we go look at a home. We like the home. We get an inspection, and then we find out they have old wires in the home.
Yeah.
What? Like, just scenario after scenario where we find a home, we love it, and then we do an inspection and we realize, I forgot what the home before this had when we did the inspection, that we end up not getting it, the installation or something.
There were like several things that was going on.
Yeah. But, another high and then a low, but you got to go with the flow, You have to go with the flow, and even go with the flow means like keeping the peace, not being too erratic, not being so flippant in the mouth, just even keel, go with the flow, find your peace, because even in marriages, you'll have various scenarios to come up where peace is key. And, we had to keep the peace even during a home buying scenario, because not only were we looking for a home, we were about to get kicked out of our apartment. We had a family. Not
kicked out, not evicted.
No.
Our lease was coming to an end.
Correct. And somebody was going to move into the apartment because we didn't extend our lease. So, thank you for the clarity. But so, as a husband, I'm thinking there's 4 of us because we have Ricky now at the apartment, and, making sure we have a home for them. Then it's like we got to make sure we have a home that we like. Then we got to make sure we end it at a certain amount of time. So it's like, okay, go with the flow. So then we come upon this house. Crystal actually saw this house before. I saw this house before. And somewhere or another, we showed each other like, hey, what do you think about this home? It was like, we saw it, but let's go look at it. We ended up coming to look at it, and we liked it. We saw different things that we wanted to change about the home, but we were able to look past what we saw, knowing that what we could do to it and how it could be a home for us. And it happens to be 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you get stopped by the 2 lights in between. Well, it's actually, there's 2 lights. 2 lights in between here and church. 3 lights if you don't get stopped. That's the drive.
If you don't get stopped.
Thank you. 3 minutes if you don't get stopped. That's the drive. We went from 45 minutes to 3 minutes for our drive. So, cheers to that. And we actually got a good deal. They took money off of it. We got the price that we wanted, even though the seller was like, we definitely wasn't trying to give it up for that price. So, that's, like I said, how we end up getting this home. But that's how going with the flow is very vital in a marriage. It's very vital in a relationship, and even in buying processes. We haven't bought a car together yet, but in buying this home. So, hey, all that to say, marriage is fun. Marriage is fun at the end of the day, and through all the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, all the vows, things Richard for, all that good stuff, you have to learn to go with the flow. Yeah, what you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. You just got to make sure that, like you said, you're going with the flow. So many different things are going to change.
True.
Your situation, kids, no kids, job, no job, switching jobs. Just so many different things change. The dynamics of things change. I know even for us, things changed when my dad passed away. Like, so many things in life will happen that cause the situation in your marriage, the different things going on in your marriage to change. So being able to be adaptable and adjustable. When we say go with the flow, be adaptable and adjustable to what's happening. That's what we're saying. It's going to happen, and it's super important for you all to be able to have a functioning, thriving unity.
Yeah, which is what we want. We want everybody viewing to either have a great marriage or to go into a marriage with the knowledge of how to make it great and successful. And we just want to see people happy. Like, we want to see marriages successful, vibrant, thriving, and just exuberating in excellence. That's what we want. So that's why we do what we're doing now, and what we look forward to meeting all you other married people and all you other people that wants to get married and need somebody to help marry them. That's what we do. We can set you up and we can marry you. We can do 2 for 1. But at the end of the day, don't keep up with the Joneses. Why? Because you are great. Your marriage is great. Your union is great. And we need you all to be all that you all will put together to be. So don't waste your time trying to copy somebody else, because you only frustrate yourself and even the person, your spouse, that you look to every day. So love yourself, love your spouse, learn how to go with the flow, because it'd be better for you at the end of the day, especially on hump day. If you don't know about that, we're going to put a link below so you can find out all about hump day and Fridays, and check the link below. But anyway, we love you all. Peace.